And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, homie regardless, And I ain't stopping, no I ain't stopping, I'm just getting started, let's go. My skin is pale, but I'm a black sheep, riding through the city, Satan in the backseat. Hey yo, that's me, I run it like a track meet, a rap fiend, I set the bar high like an athlete. Step in the booth and Zach gon' drop that 808, cause the vibe is dope and the beat is cracking, now it's getting laced. I'm sharp as a razor blade, I can blow your mind like JFK. I do what I want, you ain't gonna box me in like David Blaine. We get it poppin', homie, day and night. Got the party jumping, about to break the ice. Stay up on my grind, that's my way.
Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for a new LEGO military creation. Today with one, if not the most famous attack helicopter in the world, the AH-64 Apache from United States of America. If you follow me from a while, you know that I already built the Apache before, so here you can see my previous version, that was good. But you know me, I like to improve and upgrade my projects, and I think this new Apache turned out a bit better compared to the previous one. But if you are curious and you want to check also my previous version, you can find it here in the right top corner. As usual, I remind you that here in the right top corner or in the caption of the video you can find also the playlist with all my other projects, so if you like this one, check also the others. And as usual, a fast reminder for who is new, here you can notice some bright green parts, maybe here or inside here. These parts can be any color. In this case they are in a bright green because I choose some of the stickers of the printed parts for the instruments, but you can choose the one you prefer, so if you don't like them you can choose others. While here these can be any color, the cheapest you find. Here you can already notice some weapons, we will check them later, so for now let me hide the ordnance. While here we have the pilot and the gunner, Mario and Dimitri, two Americans' name, of course. And yes, they are here because of course the project is in minifigure scale, so you can take them and place inside the helicopter. I think we can check the instruments. So the Apache, usually the real one, open the doors sideways. In LEGO, of course, we cannot be 100% precise, so you can open this one or you can simply disconnect it. I prefer to disconnect it so we can check better the inside. So here we have the lever for commanding the helicopter. We have the same instruments, even if they should be different, of course, because we have a gunner and a pilot. In this case, as I told you, they are in this color simply because you can choose whatever you prefer. Here we have the seats that I really like this design. I think I designed them for the first time for the F-14 Tomcat, maybe. I don't know, but it's my new standard. I really like this design and probably would be always the same or almost always. So we can place the minifigure, done. So here we have the pilot, here we have the gunner, and then you can close this one again. Okay, so here we have the minifigures inside and we can check all the little details. I think we may start from the front. Here we have all the instruments of the Apache that I think they turned out pretty nice as well. You can of course rotate and move them, so I show you. Now I have to select the whole thing. So you can move this one up and down, same for the other side. And of course also the same here on the top, you can rotate it right and left. Then we may check here on the bottom we have the gun. This one can rotate and move as well. So we can, for example, let's rotate it this direction. So you can rotate it. And of course we can also change the inclination up or down. See? This way. Then we have the landing gears. Let's go here on the top. We have more details like the lights here. We have more details here for the engine. Here on the top, I hope you liked all the details I added in the helicopter, like these antennas, air intakes here. The rotor is the same, well, almost the same, adopted for the AH-1Z, the Viper. So if you check my Viper, you will find something very similar. I think it's very nice design, so I kept here as well. And here we have a joint to move this in any direction. Now I'll show you. So this one can of course rotate because it's a rotor, but we can also move it in any direction. So here you can notice maybe better. We can change the inclination here, this way, just like the real one. Here we have the long bow rudder that, yes, it's a wheel. I know, but I like the design. You can keep it, but if you don't want it, you can simply remove this one, and you have only the helicopter without the long bow rudder, so it's up to you. On the engine, we can find here the front of the engine that I think pretty nice, while on the side we have more details like the beacon lights. Here we have the left red one and the green right one, for example. Other details here, for example, another beacon light on the top, other details here on the backbone. These are the new engines of the latest version. Now, the previous Apache had the exhaust on the sides, while the newest variant has on the top, because the rotor moving will dissipate the heat, becoming less detectable by heat seeker missiles, for example. If you prefer the previous one, well, maybe I can try to make also the previous kind, maybe add them separately as an upgrade kit or downgrade kit. I'm not sure, but let me know. Then let's continue here on the tail. We can find other details. This one is actually for the wind, but yes, it's an utensil. I mean, a figure utensil, a whisk, but it fits perfectly, and I really like how it's placed here. Then we have more details on the tail, like for example antenna, beacon light, chaff decoy launchers, and if we keep going, we have finally the last part of the tail, the back landing gear. Another detail I loved to make. Was a bit crazy idea at the beginning, but at the end it turned out pretty nice. And finally here on the top we have the back rotor with the X inclination of the propellers, with this beautiful rotor that I think it turned out pretty nice as well. And finally an antenna, because why not? Well, actually because it's present on the real one, but why not? Now we can check the weapons. What will be present inside the instructions that you can find in the caption of the video. As usual, you can find a link to download the instructions. What's present? We have the Hellfire missiles that are anti-tank guided missiles, the most famous of the Apache. Then we have the Hydra rockets. These are the rocket launchers. Then I added as an extra that you can use or not, it's up to you. We have the fuel tanks. They look nice. If you want to use them, you can add them. And finally here we have the Stinger anti-air missiles. This can be added in two different positions. Now I'll show you. The most common configuration is made by Hellfire missiles on the inner pylons and Hydra missiles on the external pylons. This is the final result, but of course, as I said before, we have more. What about, for example, here the drop tanks can be added on both of them. You can choose where you prefer. Now I'll show you maybe just one side. We can add one here, for example. So this is the drop tank. If you like it or not, it's up to you. And finally, we have here the Stingers. This, as I told you before, can be added in two different ways. We can add them under the pylons, this way, and they already look nice. Or you can add them here on the side, wherever you prefer. Or if we go back to the standard configuration, you can add them on the wingtip. We remove these two here, we remove these two here, and now you have the space for them. We can add one here and the other one here. Now let's hide as usual everything else because we do not want interference. And this is the final result with the standard Hellfire, Hydra and Stingers. Boom, that's it. I hope you like it because I love it. I think it turned out very nice. And the project is finished. So if you like this Apache, remember to leave a thumbs up. You can find also my other projects in the right up corner or caption of the video. There are the playlists to find them. As usual, let me know in the comments what you want to see next. If a project receives many upvotes, probably will be the next one I make. And see you again next week with a new video. Bye!